What's going on, people? I hope you guys are having a fantastic, fantastic Tuesday evening. For all my fathers out there, dad up, you already know. Today, I want to talk a little bit about Palantir, and I want to say a couple of things, get it off my chest. Palantir is doing great. Like, it's really doing great. Palantir as a business, Palantir as a software company, Palantir as a platform is doing exactly what it's supposed to do, and it's exactly in the right position, right place, right time. People that loved Palantir at $7 and the people that love Palantir at $45 must be absolutely ecstatic and beyond infatuated in love with Palantir at today's price. Let me explain to you. People buying at $45 a share, $30 a share, you were buying a company that was not essentially proven. Not to say that Palantir is totally proven yet, but you were buying a concept. People that were buying at $7, the price did not justify the company at that time. Then the price ran up, but at the same time, the company's capabilities ran up exactly the same or even more so. So the price of Palantir right now is a good price. I don't think you're getting cheated, and I don't think you're getting the best price possible, but I think right around this $14, $15, $16 range, I think this is very fair for Palantir. And if you want to start a position, not that I would give advice, but I would buy a cash secured put, or I'm sorry, sell a cash secured put against the shares of Palantir, and then purchase the Palantirs if your strike price hits, so that you can reduce your cost basis by the premium. By the way, if you guys want to learn more about options trading, $3 a month, channel membership in the description down below. I go into it in detail with my channel members. In any case, Palantir has a major catalyst or a major catastrophe, depending on what's going to happen next week on the 27th/28th of September. The NHS deal, National Health Services of England, and then possibly National Health Services of the United Kingdom, is going to award a brand new contract, a federated data platform contract, which is essentially revamping the entire healthcare system of England and then beyond for the UK. This is going to be a $600 million contract equivalent, and possibly in the long run over $1 billion. Because as we know, once you use Palantir, it's very hard for you to get off of Palantir systems because they just do so much. And there's essentially no comparison. Nobody can offer you what Palantir does. Now, Palantir is the front runner in this contract. I believe Palantir already won the contract, to be honest with you. I don't think that they're not going to get this. If it's not awarded, the price of Palantir is going to drop. I could see the price of Palantir drop high single to low double digits, like instantly. If Palantir is awarded the contract, I think Palantir can pump to high single digits or low double digits, or maybe even beyond. If we don't get the contract, it depends on the explanation of why we don't get the contract. If we get the contract, this is going to be a testament to just how good Palantir is, and against all odds, because there's so much hate on Palantir, Palantir still ends up getting this massive, massive contract, right? So that's going to be huge. It's also going to open up massive doors for Palantir in healthcare, not just with other governments, but other massive, massive healthcare institutions and hybrids, something between private and public sector. Tomorrow is going to be FOMC meeting, Federal Open Market Committee meeting. The Federal Reserve is meeting. I'm expecting, and the market expecting, I believe 99%, that they're not going to be doing anything. They're just going to be halting. It's quite possible the Federal Reserve is not going to be raising interest rates anymore. That's it. We raised everything, and the market is like, yo, we're done with this shit. This can, in turn, raise the entire market. Palantir is a by far better company than it was a year ago, and most certainly than it was 2 years ago. Now, don't just pay attention to the revenue, and I'll admit it, the revenue has been disappointing. 13% growth rate, 16% for year over year, end of year. It's not as expected what we were essentially promised, let's be honest, 30% growth rate. But that 30% plus growth rate can come later on. You see, we launched this brand new product, artificial intelligence platform, which I'll get to in just a moment. But besides for that, guys, we have no debt. I believe $3.1 billion of cash, $950 million credit line. We're making tens of millions of dollars in interest in treasury bonds and bills. We authorized a $1 billion stock buyback in case it does go to $10. I can't imagine them buying at these prices, but if it does hit $10 or single digits, they have the ability to buy it if they wanted to. They brought in over $2 billion of revenue. This is massive, massive numbers. They reached GAAP profitability around 2 years earlier, and they're about to be inducted into the S&P 500 after this quarter. They would have 4 positive quarters of GAAP profitability, which is absolutely massive, guys. And this was not even a dream before, and all of a sudden it's becoming a reality. But that aside, Palantir is innovating, and they're bringing in new customers or generating additional revenue from or interest from existing customers through AIP artificial intelligence platform. Now, the last earnings, we had 100 customers or 100 companies that were trying out AIP. Now, I believe that they're trying it out essentially for free. Palantir is like, hey, try this out. We're going to give you a workshop. See what we can do for your business. By AIPCon, we onboarded another 40, and that morning we onboarded another 10. So the growth rate is 50% month over month, like some crazy number. Obviously, that's going to slow down. The name of the game is this: win the NHS contract, get inducted to the S&P 500, win the Titan program next year. Those are our 3 major catalysts right now for Palantir. Followed by converting AIP users into viable customers that bring in revenue and increase our bottom line. Therefore, increasing our revenue, not 13%, not 16%, but over 20%. And if we can get into the low 20%, at least Palantir's share price should rise. And eventually we do need to get that 30-35% growth rate. We have to hit a few of these quarters in order for the price to really pop past that $20 mark. We are at the cusp of a revolution, and this revolution is called artificial intelligence. Except Palantir made more artificial intelligence sales in 2021, I believe, than Microsoft, than Google, than IBM, than any other company, in AWS, Amazon. Did I say Amazon? Matter of fact, they made more than, I believe, Google and Amazon put together. So people that are saying, hey, Palantir is just jumping on the bandwagon of artificial intelligence. Nah, they're not. They're not C3 AI. They're not Snowflake. They're really implementing, and they've been doing this for quite a while. People just, it flew under the radar. Their merits were under the radar. Nobody was paying attention. And now you have this huge, if you want to call it bubble, but what I like to call it is a huge market for artificial intelligence that really can make our lives better as a society. And Palantir is at the front. It's a front runner. And people might hate on this. It's literally as big for artificial intelligence as NVIDIA. I know people are going to laugh at me. Some people are not. But it's a massive opportunity. Palantir went to the White House, and Alex Karp was sitting right next to Elon Musk, and they were talking about artificial intelligence and how companies, they need to be careful with artificial intelligence. They need to be transparent with artificial intelligence so that it aids mankind and not oppresses mankind. Some shit like that. Bro, Alex Karp was sitting next to Elon Musk. Every single company over there was $100+ billion company. And then you have little old Palantir that's worth $30 billion. It's pretty crazy. For all intents and purposes, and Palantir should not have been there in terms of the size of the company, right? They're a big company, but they're not like that big. But they were, which is awesome, right? Think about that. All I know is Palantir has been doing artificial intelligence and machine learning for quite a while. All I know is Palantir has no debt and they have a shit ton of money and they're generating money in interest on their money. Some people laugh at that, but I'm like, yo, you guys are mad dumb. Who cares? That's a great thing. Why, if you have the money, why not generate money on that money? It's not like you're not investing in the company. You have money for that as well. This artificial intelligence is just going to keep growing. And I believe that they're going to be able to convert a lot of these customers. Also, I think it's going to get to a point of if you're not using Palantir and your competitors are, you must use Palantir. And because Palantir is going to be doing so much with artificial intelligence platform and Foundry for your business, that you're just going to be so much more productive that your competitors must implement Palantir to compete, to have a level playing field. So tomorrow is an FOMC meeting. Next week, at the end of the week, we find out who gets the NHS contract. Towards the end of the year, we're going to get an announcement if we're getting to S&P 500. Q1 next year, we're probably going to end up being inducted in the S&P 500. And somewhere between now and then, we're going to get an update for the Titan program, as per last news and things like that. Also, major catalyst, if Ukraine wins this war, and there's a very weird definition of win, but if they're still here at the end of this, even if Russia takes Crimea and Donbass and everything Ukraine has besides for that is Ukraine and this war stops, the rebuilding of Ukraine is going to be absolutely massive, spearheaded by BlackRock and JP Morgan. BlackRock is a major shareholder of Palantir, and Palantir was named a partner of the reconstruction of Ukraine in all sectors, in government, in commercial, and to make Ukraine a central digital hub of Europe. Whatever that means, we're going to figure it out. But I have high hopes for Palantir. I would not be surprised if Palantir goes past $20 towards the end of this year or beginning of next year. We just need some nice big piece of news. And I do believe that the revenue is going to come towards the end of 2024. I believe that our revenue is going to surpass 20% compound annual growth rate, or 20% year over year. Maybe I used the term wrong. And yeah, we're going to be rewarded for this. I do believe that Palantir is a transformative company. I don't think that Palantir is straight hype and beams, and I think Palantir is going to shock the world with how many NATO and European Union contracts they're going to get, not only for defense, but non-defensive government contracts as well. They already started with the partnership mentioned with Babcock, which is like a Lockheed and Martin for the UK. It's absolutely massive, a £2 billion company. And remember, UK is a lot smaller than the US, so £2 billion is a massive deal. It's not a small company by any means, especially even more so in the UK. Guys, thank you so much. Please give me the likes, please give me the shares, please give me the subscribe, and everybody have a great day.